lumps in it too. That works great. Pastry brush for basting butter, or if I make bruschetta, I will baste the oil on the bread with the pastry brush. That comes in very handy. This is a dough scraper or cutter. I don't use it for that, but I do use it when I'm chopping garlic or onion or green peppers or red peppers into very fine pieces. I will just take everything I've chopped. I've got a big mess, and I'll scoop it all up in one fell swoop and put it in my bowl instead of trying to do it with your hands or a knife. This works great. I absolutely love it, and I almost can't do without this either. Here are some tongs, a larger one, a longer one, and a shorter one. So that one works great. And then here's another one. Keep them closed. There we go. And helps to just pick up the things you need, that are hot, and that works wonderful. This is another little thing I picked up at a specialty store once. It's a pickle fork, I guess you would call it. Sometimes regular forks, I can't ever get a pickle out of a jar with a regular fork, but this I can spear the pickles, whether it's a little sweet pickle or a dill pickle chips, and that does the job. Timers are another thing. I actually need a couple more of these. It wouldn't hurt to have 2 or 3 of these on hand. The other day I had something in the oven, and I had one timer going. I had something in 2 ovens, and I had one timer going, and for the other oven I had to make a mental note of the clock and really, really be on my toes to make sure that didn't get by me, and 2 timers would have come in handy. But they're great. I can't do without a timer. I just can't. This is an oven thermometer, and it's great to have one of these in your oven to make sure that the temperature is accurate. Many ovens' temperatures are not accurate. Their thermostats inside are not accurate. So if you're supposed to bake something at 350 and your oven is 325 or 300 or even 400, your item is going to have different times cooking, and also it's not going to come out the way you intended for it to come out if you don't know that you've got an accurate temperature in your oven. My mother she was a great cook in the kitchen. She never ever went without her oven thermometer in her oven. Now, I'm vegan, and my website is all about vegan, but there may be some of you out there who are not vegan, and vegetarians I know eat eggs, and my husband likes egg salad, my family likes egg salad. I had an old one of these. This is an egg slicer, and it chops the egg in very, very fine pieces. So you put it on here one way and you chop, and then you pick up the egg and you turn it around and the other way, and then you've got a wonderful chopped egg for your egg salad, and it goes very fast. I love this. My old one was, finally bit the dust that I had for I don't know how many years, probably 38 years, something like that, and I had a hard time finding another one. But anyway, an egg slicer works great. This is another thing I always have. I've got 3 tablespoons. I've got 2 teaspoons here. I've got 2 halves and 2 quarters. And I've got even more in my drawer. These are just the ones that I really use all the time. Because if you're measuring something dry, you don't want to use the same liquid measure for the same dry measure. So I just think it's great to have a bunch of them on hand. Same thing with measuring cups. How often do I need a 1/4 cup for something and another 1/4 cup for something else without having to go to the sink to wash them? I've got several on hand that I can just use interchangeably. This is my little salt cellar that I keep out right next to my stove. And it's covered. It's got this little hinge top on it, and my salt is in there. I love this little thing. It's pretty. One more point I'd like to make about when you're baking or making a recipe: get all of your ingredients out first, everything you need, set it out. Get all of your utensils out, your rubber scraper. If you're going to have a tablespoon of something and a teaspoon of something else, make sure those are handy for you. Get the cups out also. whatever you need for that recipe, get it out, because there's nothing worse than looking for an item you need right in the middle of your recipe. It slows you down. It's much more efficient and productive if you can have everything there. So anyway, you're on my site watching this. Hopefully, if it's on YouTube, maybe you'll go to my website, www.veganrecipesforhealth.com. That's veganrecipesforhealth.com. That's if you're on YouTube. If you're on my website, click around. I've got wonderful recipes that I think you will enjoy. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye now.